We'll solve this radical equation. The square root of x minus 6 equals the square root of x plus 9 minus 3. Now, when we have an equation that involves more than one radical, for instance, this one involves two radicals, we always want to first isolate one of the radicals on one side of the equal sign. And actually, the way this equation is written, that's already been done. We have a radical isolated here on the left-hand side. So now we're ready to use the principle of squaring and square both sides of this equation. That will eliminate the radical on the left-hand side. So we'll have the square root of x minus 6, and we'll square it. And then we're going to square the whole right-hand side. So we'll have the square root of x plus 9 minus 3, all of that squared. Now on the left-hand side, when we square the square root, we get x minus 6. And on the right-hand side, I'm going to get the square root of x plus 9 squared, which is x plus 9, minus 2 times the square root of x plus 9 times 3, which would be minus 6 times the square root of x plus 9, and then I'll have 3 squared, which is 9. Now let's collect like terms on the right-hand side. I would have x, and I've got two 9s, so I would have x plus 18 minus 6 times the square root of x plus 9. If I subtract x on both sides, I get negative 6 equals 18 minus 6 times the square root of x plus 9. And if I subtract 18 on both sides, I get negative 24 equals negative 6 times the square root of x plus 9. Now, let's divide both sides of this equation by negative 6 just to make the numbers that we're going to be working with a little bit smaller. When I do that, I get 4 on the left. 4 is equal to the square root of x plus 9. Now, I still have an equation that has a radical symbol in it, so I'm going to have to square again before I can solve for x. So I'll square both sides. I'll get 4 squared equals the square root of x plus 9 squared. And let's go over here to finish this. 4 squared is 16. And the square root of x plus 9 squared is x plus 9. And now I need to subtract 9 on both sides, and I get 7 is equal to x. And you should go back and check this value for x in the original equation. If you do, you find that you get a true equation. So we can say that the solution of this radical equation is 7.